I started noticing it the way you notice a leak. One drip, then another until the floor is wet. Vivian would squeeze my hand only when a camera flashed. The second the flash died, her fingers slid away like I was hot metal. "Smile," she whispered at a lobby event. "I am smiling," I said. "More," she said, and her nails dug in. When the photographer walked off, she released me. "You okay?" I asked. "We're late," she answered, already moving. In the car, she adjusted my tie for no reason, then raised her phone. "Hold still." "What are you doing?" I asked. "Selfie," she said. "The charity page needs it." I leaned in. She pressed her cheek to mine, warm for 3 seconds. "Perfect," she said, posting it. Then she wiped her lipstick edge with her thumb and pulled away. "Did that mean anything?" I asked, hating how small my voice sounded. "It means engagement," she said. "That's the point." I tried to plan a simple date. Friday night. Just dinner. No donors. She didn't look up from her laptop. Something came up. "Every week something comes up," I said. She typed faster. "That's life." "That's your life," I said. "Where am I in it?" "You're here," she said, like that solved it. Jonah heard my voice crack over the phone. "Bro, you're shrinking." "I'm fine," I lied. He snorted. "You sound like you're asking permission to breathe." "It's just stress," I said. "It's not the job," Jonah said. "It's her." I defended Vivian out of habit. "She's under pressure." Jonah cut in. "And you're under her heel." At the office, Mira stopped me near the coffee machine. She kept her voice low. "Ethan, can I say something without you getting mad?" "Try me," I said. "They schedule you like a PR event," she whispered. 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there. Always where people can see. I forced a laugh. "You're imagining things." Mira didn't laugh back. "I'm not." I swallowed. "Why are you telling me?" "Because you look tired," she said. "Not sleep tired. Soul tired." Later, in the elevator lobby, I waited for Vivian. Caleb Voss leaned against the wall with 2 managers. He didn't see me at first. Caleb smiled. "He's the perfect fiancé." One manager chuckled. "Ethan?" "Yeah," Caleb said. Quiet. "Replaceable." My face burned. My hands shook. I wanted to step out and say something sharp, something that would cut him in half. But I heard Vivian's voice in my head. "Don't be dramatic." So I stayed behind a column, breathing like a thief. Vivian arrived, phone to her ear. She walked right past me. I followed. "Hey." She held up one finger. 1 minute. I waited through her call, staring at her profile, memorizing how easy it was for her to forget I existed. When she hung up, she said, "What?" I nodded toward Caleb. "He was just, not now," she said. "He called me replaceable," I blurted. Vivian blinked once. "Caleb talks. So you're okay with it?" I asked. "He's important," she said. "Don't make enemies." I laughed, bitter. I'm not even allowed to have feelings with a schedule? That night, I cooked pasta trying to pretend we were normal. Vivian arrived late, heels in hand, eyes still on her screen. I set a plate in front of her. "I saved you some." She glanced at it. "I'm not hungry." "You didn't eat all day," I said. "I'm fine," she replied. I sat across from her. "Vivian, talk to me." She exhaled. "About what?" "About us," I said. "About why I feel invisible." She finally looked up, annoyed. "Stop asking for attention." My throat tightened. "I'm asking for love." She frowned like she couldn't tell the difference. "Same thing." I stared at her and something inside me went quiet. "No," I said softly. "It's not." The gala lights made everything look fake, including me. I stood beside Vivian while cameras flashed. She leaned close and whispered, "Smile like you love me." I said, "I do," and she said, "Make it look expensive." That stung more than it should have. A donor shook my hand. "Lucky man," he said. I replied, "Am I?" Vivian pinched my arm, warning me to behave. Caleb Voss walked up with a grin. "Beautiful night," he said. "Vivian, the board loved your speech." She smiled at him, a real one, not the public mask. "Thank you, Caleb." I waited for her to include me. She didn't. Caleb looked at me like I was a chair. "Enjoying the view?" he asked. "I'm enjoying honesty," I said. He laughed. "Good luck with that." Vivian's phone buzzed. She leaned in close to Caleb. "Private hallway," she said softly. They slipped away together. My chest tightened. I followed, telling myself I was paranoid. Their voices echoed around the corner. Vivian spoke first, low and sharp. If Ethan signs the shareholder proxy, the board vote is secured. Caleb chuckled. And if he doesn't? There was a pause, the kind that screams danger. Vivian said, then we handle it. My breath caught like I'd been punched. I stepped into the hallway. Handle what? I asked. My voice shook, but I didn't care. Vivian turned slowly. Her eyes didn't panic. That was the worst part. You weren't supposed to hear that, she said. Caleb smirked. Awkward. I stared at her. You were talking about me like I'm a file. Vivian crossed her arms. Ethan, this isn't what it sounds like. It sounds like you're planning my future without me, I said. Caleb shrugged. Business needs signatures. I'm not a signature, I snapped. Vivian sighed. Don't do this here. Don't do what? I said. Find out you're selling me? She stepped closer. You're being emotional. You're being cruel, I shot back. Caleb laughed under his breath. You're ruining a good night. I turned on him. Stay out of this. Vivian raised a hand. Caleb, give us a minute. He hesitated, then leaned in and whispered to her, don't forget what's at stake. He walked away smiling. I looked at Vivian. So tell me, what's at stake? She didn't answer. Say it, I demanded. My signature? Her jaw tightened. The company needs stability. And I need respect, I said. You were going to trick me? She shook her head. We were going to ask. After you boxed me in? I said. That's not asking. Vivian looked tired. You wouldn't understand. Try me, I said. I'm right here. She lowered her voice. If you don't sign, the board could turn. My father could lose control. Everything I built could fall apart. So you use me as insurance? I said. You use my name, my face, my life. Her eyes softened. It's not like that. It is exactly like that, I said. You just proved it. Music drifted from the ballroom. Laughter. Applause. None of it reached me. Do you love me? I asked. Vivian hesitated. That hesitation cut deeper than any lie. Ethan, she said. I need you. That's not what I asked, I replied. She looked away. We can talk later. No, I said. We talk now. Not here, she insisted. People will see. I laughed hollow. They always see what you want them to see. I stepped back. I'm not your shield. Vivian reached for me. Don't be dramatic. I shook my head. You already decided my worth. She whispered, I'm trying to protect us. You're protecting your power, I said. I'm just in the way. Caleb reappeared, clapping slowly. Touching. I glared at him. You think you won? He grinned. I think I did. Vivian looked between us, caught. I felt something break inside me, quiet and final. I wasn't being loved, I said. I was being positioned. I turned and walked back into the crowd, knowing the smile on her face would never look the same again. I didn't scream and I didn't throw anything. I just walked into HR like a man stepping into rain. Miss Park looked up from her screen and said, Ethan, what brings you here? I said, I want my contract reviewed, my role clarified, and my shares protected. She leaned back, studying me, then said, Finally. I frowned. Finally what? She said, Finally you're asking instead of assuming. I nodded. I'm tired of being a shadow. She replied, Shadows disappear when the light moves. Mira knocked softly and slipped inside. She handed me a folder and whispered, Caleb's been pushing this for months. I opened it. What is this? I asked. Meeting notes, proxy drafts, timelines, she said. Proof. I swallowed. Why help me? Mira looked sad. Because you deserve to know who you're engaged to. Miss Park said, We'll review everything. I said, I want it clean. She replied, Truth usually is. I went home with the folder in my bag. Vivian was in the living room, scrolling. We need to talk, I said. She didn't look up. Make it quick. I dropped the folder on the table. I'm done being managed. She froze. What? I'm not your asset, I said. I'm your fiancé. She laughed once, sharp. Ethan, don't ruin this. You'll embarrass us. That word hit me. Us. I repeated. Not me? Vivian stood. You know what I mean. I know exactly what you mean, I said. You mean your image. She picked up the folder. Where did you get this? Does it matter? I asked. It proves you were planning around me. Vivian sighed. This is how business works. Then I don't belong in your business, I said. I belong in your life. She shook her head. You're being reckless. I'm being honest, I said. I'm leaving. Her eyes went cold. You're not thinking straight. I've never been clearer, I said. I'm done playing a role. I went to the bedroom and grabbed a bag. Vivian followed. Ethan, stop. I packed clothes. You're overreacting. You were going to trick me into signing away my voice, I said. That's not nothing. It was for us, she said. For stability. I zipped the bag. I don't want stability without respect. Vivian crossed her arms. You're throwing away everything. I'm taking back myself, I replied. She moved to block the door. If you walk out, don't come back. Her voice was hard, not scared. I looked at her, really looked. That's the point. For a second I thought she might soften. She didn't. I walked past her. Ethan, she called. I stopped but didn't turn. You'll regret this. I said, I already regret staying. I stepped into the hallway, heart pounding. My phone buzzed. Jonah texted, you okay? I typed, I'm free. I didn't know if it was true yet, but I needed it to be. I reached the elevator and pressed the button. Vivian didn't follow. The doors opened and I took one last breath in that building. Goodbye, I whispered, not to her but to the man I used to be. I barely made it down the hall before my chest felt like it was being crushed. Something's wrong, I gasped. My vision blurred and the floor tilted. I heard heels running. Ethan, Vivian shouted. Ethan, stay with me. I tried to answer but my mouth wouldn't work. Call someone, I whispered. I already did, she said, her voice shaking. Lights and voices flooded me. Sir, can you hear me? Someone asked. Yes, I lied. I woke up to beeping and white walls. Where am I? I asked. A man in a coat said, emergency room. I'm Dr. Shah. Did I die? I joked weakly. Not today, he said. But stress can kill you, son. Your heart isn't a joke. I swallowed. So I'm not crazy. You're exhausted, he replied. Your body finally said no. Vivian stood by the bed, pale and quiet. I looked at her. You look scared. She whispered, don't scare me like that. I laughed, bitter and tired. Now you care. Her eyes filled. I always cared. You had a funny way of showing it, I said. She flinched like I hit her. I didn't know it was this bad. You knew I was breaking, I replied. You just didn't want to see it. Jonah burst in. What happened? He collapsed, Vivian said. Jonah looked at her. You almost worked him to death for your perfect image. That's not fair, she whispered. Isn't it? Jonah snapped. He's been falling apart. I closed my eyes. Stop fighting, I said. I'm the one on the bed. Jonah grabbed my hand. You scared me, man. I scared myself, I said. Dr. Shah returned. You need rest and less stress. Vivian nodded. I'll take care of him. Jonah said, you already did. Vivian's voice shook. I didn't know. I looked at her. You knew enough. Ethan, she said softly. I never wanted to hurt you. But you did, I said. Over and over. She took a step closer. Let me fix it. You can't fix what you won't face, I replied. Jonah nodded. He's right. Vivian looked at me like she was seeing me for the first time. I'm scared to lose you. I sighed. You should have been scared before my heart gave out. The nurse checked my monitor. Vitals are stable. Good, I said. Can I leave? Not yet, she said. Vivian sat in a chair. I'll stay. I looked at the ceiling. You didn't stay when I asked. I'm here now, she said. Sometimes now is too late, I replied. Jonah stood. I'm getting coffee. Bring me some, I said. Black. He smiled. Still you. When he left, the room felt smaller. Vivian whispered, I don't want to lose you. I said, then stop trying to own me. She nodded slowly. I don't know how. Learn, I said. Before it kills me. Dr. Shah returned. You're lucky, he said. You caught this in time. Lucky, I repeated. Vivian reached for my hand. I didn't pull away, but I didn't squeeze back. Ethan, she said, I'm sorry. I looked at her, remembering the calm face in the hallway. Sorry doesn't erase plans, I said. She swallowed. I'll do better. I hope so, I said. Because I don't have another collapse in me. I barely made it down the hall before my chest felt like it was being crushed. Something's wrong, I gasped. My vision blurred and the floor tilted. I heard heels running. Ethan, Vivian shouted. Ethan, stay with me. I tried to answer but my mouth wouldn't work. Call someone, I whispered. I already did, she said, her voice shaking. Lights and voices flooded me. Sir, can you hear me? Someone asked. Yes, I lied. I woke up to beeping and white walls. Where am I? I asked. A man in a coat said, Emergency room. I'm Dr. Shah. Did I die? I joked weakly. Not today, he said. But stress can kill you, son. Your heart isn't a joke. I swallowed. So I'm not crazy. You're exhausted, he replied. Your body finally said no. Vivian stood by the bed, pale and quiet. I looked at her. You look scared. She whispered, Don't scare me like that. I laughed, bitter and tired. Now you care. Her eyes filled. I always cared. You had a funny way of showing it, I said. She flinched like I hit her. I didn't know it was this bad. You knew I was breaking, I replied. You just didn't want to see it. Jonah burst in. What happened? He collapsed, Vivian said. Jonah looked at her. You almost worked him to death for your perfect image. That's not fair, she whispered. Isn't it? Jonah snapped. He's been falling apart. I closed my eyes. Stop fighting, I said. I'm the one on the bed. Jonah grabbed my hand. You scared me, man. I scared myself, I said. Dr. Shah returned. You need rest and less stress. Vivian nodded. I'll take care of him. Jonah said, You already did. Vivian's voice shook. I didn't know. I looked at her. You knew enough. Ethan, she said softly. I never wanted to hurt you. But you did, I said. Over and over. She took a step closer. Let me fix it. You can't fix what you won't face, I replied. Jonah nodded. He's right. Vivian looked at me like she was seeing me for the first time. I'm scared to lose you. I sighed. You should have been scared before my heart gave out. The nurse checked my monitor. Vitals are stable. Good, I said. Can I leave? Not yet, she said. Vivian sat in a chair. I'll stay. I looked at the ceiling. You didn't stay when I asked. I'm here now, she said. Sometimes now is too late, I replied. Jonah stood. I'm getting coffee. Bring me some, I said. Black. He smiled. Still you. When he left, the room felt smaller. Vivian whispered, I don't want to lose you. I said, then stop trying to own me. She nodded slowly. I don't know how. Learn, I said. Before it kills me. Dr. Shah returned. You're lucky, he said. You caught this in time. Lucky, I repeated. Vivian reached for my hand. I didn't pull away, but I didn't squeeze back. Ethan, she said, I'm sorry. I looked at her, remembering the calm face in the hallway. Sorry doesn't erase plans, I said. She swallowed. I'll do better. I hope so, I said, because I don't have another collapse in me. I left the hospital with a paper bracelet and a headache and told Vivian, I'm not going home with you. She opened her mouth to argue, then closed it. Where will you go? She asked. My sister's, I said. Lena won't turn me into a headline. Vivian nodded like that hurt. I'll call you. Don't, I replied. Lena opened her door and wrapped me in her arms. You're safe here, she said. No suits, no cameras, just you. I laughed and cried at the same time. I forgot what that feels like. She made me tea. Sit, she ordered. You look like you fought a war. I kind of did, I said. The next morning, Vivian stood in Lena's living room with red eyes and no makeup. Ethan, please, she said. Let's fix it. I crossed my arms. Fix what? She hesitated. Us. You don't even admit what you did, I replied. Say it. Vivian swallowed. I used business logic on my own fiancée. Lena gasped softly. Vivian kept going. I thought love meant control. My chest tightened. So you managed me. I thought I was protecting us, she said. You were protecting yourself, I said. Vivian stepped closer. I'm sorry. Sorry doesn't give me back my trust, I replied. You almost killed me. She flinched. I never meant, meaning doesn't change impact, I said. Lena nodded. He's right. Vivian's voice broke. I don't know how to be normal. Learn, I said. Or lose me. My phone rang. Ethan, it's Omar, a low voice said. I need to talk. I stepped into the hallway. What's going on? Caleb is moving money, Omar said. He's framing you as the leak. My stomach dropped. Why me? Because you're convenient, he replied. And you're walking away. I rubbed my face. Do you have proof? I'm getting it, Omar said. But you need to be careful. I went back inside. Vivian looked hopeful. Who was that? Security, I said. Caleb is trying to burn me. Her eyes widened. That's insane. That's business, I replied. You're kind. Vivian shook her head. I won't let him hurt you. You already did, I said. But I believe you don't want to anymore. She nodded. Tell me what to do. Tell the truth, I said. Even if it costs you. Lena folded her arms. You two need a plan. Vivian looked at me. I'll stand with you. I studied her face. Not in front of cameras. In front of the board, she said. If that's what it takes. My heart pounded. Then be ready to lose things. I already lost you, she whispered. Not yet, I said. But you're close. Omar texted me a file. This is a start, he wrote. I showed Vivian. This is real, she said. Caleb's dirty. And he's pointing at me, I replied. So my goodbye became a weapon. Vivian touched my arm. I won't let him use you. You don't get to promise, I said. You get to prove. I looked at Lena. Can I stay a while? As long as you need, she said. Vivian nodded slowly. I'll come back later. Don't, I said. Give me space. She hesitated, then left. I watched the door close and felt both lighter and terrified. I can't just leave, I said to Lena. I have to survive what comes next. I made a rule and said it out loud to Jonah. I will not destroy Vivian, but I will destroy the lie. Jonah nodded and said, that's the right kind of revenge. I met Miss Park in her office and said, I want this clean. She folded her hands and replied, truth beats drama every time. I showed her Omar's files and she said, this is enough to start. I said, start what? She answered, a fire Caleb can't outrun. Mira joined us with a flash drive. Timestamps, emails, and footage requests, she whispered. Everything he touched. I looked at her and said, why risk this for me? She met my eyes. Because I hate bullies. I smiled. So do I. I called Vivian and said, we need to talk. She arrived fast, eyes anxious. What's wrong? Sit, I said. Read this. I slid the evidence across the table. She flipped through it, her hands shaking. Caleb is setting you up, she whispered. You think? I said. Why didn't you tell me earlier? She asked. I stared at her. Because you trained me to stay quiet. That hit her like a slap. She swallowed. I did, didn't I? Yes, I replied. And it almost cost me my life. Vivian closed her eyes. I'm sorry. Don't defend him, I said. Don't defend yourself. Just listen. She nodded. I'm listening. I explained Omar's call. He's moving money and blaming me. Vivian's jaw tightened. I won't let that happen. Then help me, I said. For real this time. Tell me how, she replied. Jonah leaned against the wall. Board meeting, he said. That's where you burn him. Miss Park nodded. We present the evidence. We force the truth. Mira added, and we lock the file so he can't delete anything. Vivian looked at me. My father will fight it. Then let him, I said. I'm done being small. Vivian took a deep breath. I'll back you. Even if it costs you? I asked. Even if it costs me, she said. Jonah smiled. Look at you two, finally honest. I didn't smile back. This isn't about us. Vivian met my gaze. It is for me. Good, I said. Then act like it. We rehearsed every question. Miss Park said, you stay calm. I said, I can do calm. Mira said, I'll cue the files. Vivian said, I'll confront Caleb. Jonah said, I'll watch for tricks. I felt steady for the first time in weeks. My revenge isn't screaming, I said. It's clarity. Vivian nodded. I used to fear clarity. I used to fear myself, I replied. When Vivian left, Jonah clapped my shoulder. You're finally standing up. I'm standing without breaking, I said. He grinned. That's better. I looked at the evidence again, feeling air fill my lungs. For the first time, I said, it feels like breathing again. I walked into the boardroom feeling like I was stepping onto a battlefield. Richard opened the meeting and said, we need stability. Caleb smiled across the table and added, Ethan's behavior is concerning. I stood up and replied, then let's talk about real concerns. The room shifted. Vivian slid a folder to Miss Park and said, "Play the security timeline." My heart pounded as Omar's footage appeared. "That's Caleb meeting a vendor," I said. "And that's him trading envelopes." Caleb scoffed. "This is ridiculous." Mira spoke calmly. "Those emails are his requests." I added, "And those deletions are his fingerprints." Richard glared at me. "You planned this." "No," I said. "He did." Vivian stood. Caleb was framing Ethan. Caleb snapped, "You're betraying me." Vivian replied, "No, I'm telling the truth." The room went silent except his breathing. Caleb tried to laugh. "This is out of context." Miss Park said, "The timestamps aren't." I said, "You tried to use me." Caleb pointed at Vivian. "She told me to." Vivian shook her head. "No. This is on you." Richard's face tightened. "You're destroying the company." "He was already doing that," I replied. Security entered. "Caleb, you need to come with us." He glared at me. "You think you won?" I said, "I think you lost." Vivian looked at me with something like pride. Richard looked at me like I was a threat. "This isn't over," he said. "It is for him," I replied. When Caleb was escorted out, the room felt lighter. Miss Park said, "We'll proceed with an internal review." Mira nodded. "All files are locked." Omar's voice came over the speaker. "Evidence is secured." I exhaled slowly. "Truth doesn't need permission," I said. Vivian met my eyes. "I'm with you." I nodded. "For now." The glass boardroom made me feel transparent. Vivian Cross stood at the head of the table, perfect in a charcoal suit, eyes locked on her tablet. I stood beside her, my engagement ring flashing under the lights like a warning. "Morning," I said. "Morning," she replied, still scrolling. Directors filed in. Richard Cross came last, smiling like he owned the room. Vivian lifted her chin. "Thank you for coming. Let's start." A director glanced at me. "And you are?" Vivian answered before I could. "Ethan Hale. My support." Support. Not fiancé. Not partner. I forced a smile. "Nice to meet you." The director nodded like I was a chair. Vivian clicked through slides. Profits, projections, risk. I tried to catch her eye, but she never looked. Richard leaned toward someone and said, loud enough for me to hear, "The market loves certainty. Stable leadership." My throat tightened. I stayed quiet. After the meeting, people praised Vivian. "Sharp as always," one man said. Vivian smiled. "Thank you." When the room emptied, I tried to laugh it off. "So, I'm furniture now." Vivian didn't look up. "Don't be dramatic, Ethan. This is business." "It didn't feel like business," I said. "It felt like you erased me." She tapped her screen. "You're not erased. You're just not relevant in there." I stared. "I'm your fiancé." "And I'm a CEO," she said. "In that room, titles matter." "Then use mine," I said. "Say it out loud." Vivian stood. "Ethan, not now." "Why?" I asked. "Because wanting respect is inconvenient?" Her voice dropped. "Because it's not strategic." That word hit like cold water. Strategic. Like us. "We're building a life," she said. "A life needs structure. A life needs love," I said. "Not branding." Vivian grabbed her phone. "We have dinner with donors." Smile. "Don't start anything." "So my job is to look happy," I said. "Yes," she answered, calm and flat. "For one night." At the restaurant, warm lights couldn't melt the ice at our table. Vivian laughed on cue. Richard worked the room like a king. He raised his glass. "To Vivian's success," he said, then looked at me. "And to Ethan for keeping her grounded." I smiled because cameras were nearby. "Cheers." Richard leaned closer, smiling. "Keep him stable, Vivian. Investors like a clean story." Story. My stomach turned. I asked quietly, "What story is that?" Richard chuckled. "Don't act naive. A strong CEO and a loyal man. It calms the market." I looked at Vivian. "Is he wrong?" Her smile didn't move. "Not here." "Then where?" I asked. "Somewhere my voice won't embarrass you?" Vivian's eyes hardened. "You're doing it again." "Doing what?" I said. "Asking to matter?" Richard clapped my shoulder. "Relax, son. You've got the best seat in the house." I wanted to stand up and leave. Instead I sat, smiling like a trained dog. On the drive home, Vivian said, "You made it awkward." I asked a question. I said, "You challenged my father," she replied. "Publicly." "He reduced me to a prop," I said. And you let him. Vivian gripped the wheel. I can't fight every battle. Then fight this one, I said. Tell me I'm not a story. Silence filled the car. At home, she kicked off her heels and opened her laptop. I held up my hand, staring at the ring. This feels like a contract. Vivian didn't turn. Ethan, please. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted too, I said. From begging. She paused, finally facing me. I do care. Then show it, I said. Not when people are watching. When it's just us. Her voice softened, but it stayed guarded. I can't afford weakness. I nodded, throat burning. And I can't afford to disappear. She opened her mouth, then closed it. I went to bed alone, holding my ring like heavy metal, wondering when love became a brand.